All right, it's time for Ryan's Roses, a public service here. This is from Vanessa in Santa Fe Springs. She says, Dear Ryan, my fiance and I met 7 months ago at a bike ride meetup. We got engaged 2 months ago. I really was never into biking, so I'm not a regular like my fiance is. However, a few weeks ago, he told me the bike ride meetup had turned into guys only. But he was a little weird and still is weird about it. When he comes home from the meetups, he smells like wine.
Interesting.
Well, I've taken a bike ride before and ended up at Jelena in Venice.
I know. Is that what you do?
Had a little rosé and had to have the Uber get me in the bike back.
You're like, can you pick me up, by the way? Can I throw this in your trunk?
It's not impossible to have happen.
Yeah.
So she says, what has me thinking something is not right is that the bike rides were coordinated by a girl. She's very good looking. I have a suspicion that he's hanging out with her. So she thinks that this ride that was co-ed is now just guys, but being coordinated by a girl, which doesn't add up to her, and she thinks that her man is messing around with this girl. That's what this is about.
It's crazy.
Okay, Vanessa, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
I'm okay, thanks for asking. Do you know this woman? Have you seen or met this woman that's coordinating the bike rides?
Oh, yeah. I met her. She's the one that does the bike ride. So when I signed up, I met her in person.
And you find it strange that all of a sudden it shifted to only men. Why don't you just go where they're meeting up and find out?
Well, I want to, but when I tried to find the schedule on the Facebook group, I was blocked. They kicked me out.
Whoa.
Oh, that to me is bad.
I don't like that.
That's not a good sign.
That's when I knew something was not okay.
Now, here, the stakes in this are pretty simple and obvious. Your fiance we're talking about, so you're planning to get married.
Mm-hmm.
And if something like this is happening, better to know now than later.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't want it to happen at all.
Well, of course not. But no one wants to be on this call. But we'd rather get to the bottom of it now than later. What's this woman's name?
Raquel.
Raquel is her name.
Yep, Raquel.
All right, we want to have Patty come in and offer your fiancé some roses and find out who he sends them to, who's top of mind, okay?
Okay.
Just say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever his name is on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call my fiancé on Kiss FM.
Okay, we're going to do that now, so be quiet. We want to find out who he sends them to and what note he puts on the card, all right?
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, may I speak to Marcus?
Yeah, this is Marcus.
Hi, Marcus. It's Patty from Golden Flowers. How are you?
I'm good.
I'm calling because you've been chosen to receive a free dozen roses. They're completely free, and you can send them to whoever you want today. I don't need any information from you, just the name of the person you want to send them to and a note, and they get delivered today before 6 p.m.
What? Wait.
They're completely free. I'm calling 5 people today to take advantage of this offer. I'm only doing it today. And I'm doing free deliveries of our beautiful red roses. So you get a nice bouquet that you can send to whoever you want today at no charge to you.
So, all right. Wait. So
Don't worry.
free flower?
Yeah, they're free. All I'm asking is if you could just refer me to your friends and family, and if you have a Facebook, to just...
Oh, so you're like promoting the
Exactly,
business?
yes.
All right. Do you need the name first or the note first? What do you need?
Let's start with the name.
All right. Name's Raquel.
Okay.
All right.
And is that Raquel?
Yeah.
Okay, and what do you want to put on the note?
All right. Why don't you put tandem and then ... So 3 dots and random. And I put like an exclamation point at the end.
Okay.
She'll get that.
Marcus, it's Ryan Seacrest and Sissany on Kiss FM. I need you to know your voice is being broadcast on the radio. We have your fiance Vanessa on the phone. Tandem and random?
Yeah.
What is going on with you and Raquel? As an engaged man, tandem and random and flowers going to her.
Hey,
what's happening?
I'm not engaged. I'm not engaged.
Yes, we are engaged.
What?
Is
How are we not engaged?
this woman Vanessa your fiance?
Vanessa?
Yes, I am his fiance, Ryan.
Is that true?
No.
Marcus? Wait, did you propose to this woman?
No, we talked about maybe getting married. What is happening? This This is really weird.
Are you dating Vanessa?
We're hooking up. I mean, you know, like, why is this on the radio? Like, what's
This is being
happening?
broadcast.
We live
Vanessa,
together.
Vanessa, are you overstating your relationship?
No.
Yeah, why don't you say the truth?
Do you have a ring?
Look, you put me on the radio. Why don't you say the truth?
That is the truth.
I needed help with rent, so I moved in with her, and then we were all like hooking up and talking about, you know, hey, we get along. Maybe one day we'll get married, but I didn't propose. I didn't say anything.
Well, she told me that you guys have been engaged for 2 months, that you met 7 months ago, and she thinks you're cheating on her.
Well, I don't know what to say to that.
So that's not true, Vanessa. What's such guy? I need
what
someone
is
to tell me what the
happening
truth
here?
is here.
That is the truth. We got engaged 2 months
Did he
ago.
propose
We
to you?
talked about- I mean, he didn't ask me to marry him, but he.
Thank you.
Vanessa.
That's not
Embarrass me on
engaged.
the radio. Why are you trying to
It is,
embarrass me on
though.
the radio?
Are you dating,
not.
Marcus? Is her impression that you're just dating her?
Yeah. We're not even dating. I mean, we've only known each other like 7 months, and I just moved in. She knew.
We're living
You
together.
knew. I
How are
moved
we
in
not- how-
and I had trouble paying rent. You knew that.
So
And it's
one
like, we're
conversation
hooking
about
up.
it, a conversation about it, Vanessa, made you think that you're engaged?
Well, how would I not think that we're getting married?
Have you told your family that you're engaged or your friends? Like, is it a known thing?
I mean, I told everyone I know. Every time I meet someone, I always say that I'm engaged.
Okay.
Well, that's
So-
on you. I mean, I don't. Why? First
Why would
of
This
you
is
all,
talk
weird.
about
Why
it?
are you embarrassing me like this? Second of all, like,
Marcus, what's going on with you and Raquel while we're at it?
well, it's none of her business. But it's, you know,
I'm curious.
Yeah, I want to know.
like this is a girl. I really like her, and you know, like we met doing this bike club thing, and you know, like it's
All
good.
right. So,
And it's got nothing to do with Vanessa.
So, Vanessa,
And,
I think
you know,
you-
Vanessa. It's kind of like just because we're living together doesn't mean like it's just it doesn't mean we're engaged.
so you moved in to help with rent. You hooked up, but there's no relationship. There's no romantic relationship here, Marcus?
There's hooking up.
you guys
I don't know what to
you don't
say.
go out on dates. You haven't met
Yeah,
each other's
we-
parents.
yeah.
Same bed every night. How is that not? How is that not a relationship?
Well, relationship or engagement?
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I thought we were engaged. We talked about
All right, so
it. So why?
I think lack of clear communication seems to be a real problem in this
Wow.
dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
Vanessa, you need to understand where you are in this relationship. Marcus, you need to understand what she thinks or expects from you and be clear, especially if you guys are in the same bed, because this is going to be weird tonight.
It really is.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna come home.
Well,
I don't
that's
want
up.
you to.
All right, I'm going to let you guys fight about your roommateship off the air. Good luck to you both.
That's a first.
I think so. I mean, the fact that guy can pedal. I mean, I like him, but I don't know that he has enough energy to pedal.
I know.
He sounds so relaxed that I'm not quite sure.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Wait, I feel bad for both of them.
Well, so here's the issue: when you're she might be a little cuckoo clock,
Yeah.
right? When you're in a relationship and you assume you're engaged.
Yeah, she's like, well, I think so. It's like,
Well,
no.
we've talked about it.
No, I told all my friends.
I'm feeling bad about myself that I might side with Marcus here. It's time for Ryan's Roses. All right, now let's get serious. I'm gonna put Linda on here. She says, my husband's birthday was Friday. He did not take the day off, even though I wanted him to. So Thursday night, I thought it'd be cute to surprise him. So I went to his office and decorated his cubicle with balloons and streamers. That's so sweet. Yeah, that's so cool. So all day Friday, he never calls, he never texts, he never says a thing. He gets home, he mentions nothing. I asked how his day was, and he said, same. But if he'd been in the office, she says, he would have seen the balloons.
Right.
He never went to the office, she says. Where was he? Who was he with on his birthday? We didn't even go out that night. I really wanted to go eat, have some drinks, just the two of us without the kids, but he said he was too tired. So let's get Linda on. Hi, Linda.
Hey, how are you?
Well, we're fine. First of all, the sweetest gesture in the world to do something like
Yeah.
that. Sneak in, do all the decorating, and you're sitting at home on his birthday waiting for him to call and say, oh, baby, thank you. This is the coolest.
It was like the slowest day of my life. Like no acknowledgement,
like anything. Like, no text, nothing.
And did you let him know that? Does he know that you did this yet?
No, I didn't say a word about it because I thought, he's going to mention it at some point, and he didn't.
Right. So you've not let him know that you went in there, and none of his coworkers have said anything to him about it yet?
Not to my knowledge.
How long have you been married?
We've been married 7 years.
And you have kids, obviously.
Twin daughters.
Is there anybody that you think? Are you suspicious of anybody in his life?
I mean, I didn't even see this coming. Like, he's going through a lot of stress. We both are, But, like, I don't know. I can't think of anything.
Simon's going to fill in for Patty. It's the first time he's done this. And Linda, I just need you to say, Ryan, you have my permission to call, and then whatever your husband's name is on Kiss FM.
Ryan, you have my permission to call my husband on Kiss FM.
All right, that's what we're going to do. Here we go. And, all right, be very quiet. We're going to find out who he sends the flowers to and then what he puts on the card, okay?
God, okay.
Okay.
Hello?
Hi, can I speak to Robert, please?
Yes, this is him. Who am I speaking to?
Hi, my name is Simon. Robert, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
I'm sure you're a busy guy. I don't want to waste your time. This will be brief. I just opened up a new flower shop down the street on Laurel Canyon and Montague near the Ralphs, and it's called Simply by Simon. And we're trying to drum up business. It's been really slow. So what I'm going to do is I'm offering people in the local area a free dozen roses in hopes that they'll promote my business and use it again if they need flowers in the future. A friend recommended you, and I'm hoping that you'll take the dozen roses and send it to anybody you want. All I need is a name, an address, and a note, and that's about it. If you're interested, I'd love to help you out with a free dozen roses.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I guess why not, right?
Excellent. So, who would you like to make who would you like to send them to?
Send them to Cindy.
Cindy. Okay. And what would you like to say?
Happy birthday, love, Robert.
Happy birthday, love, Robert. Okay. Anything else?
No, that would
Robert, it's Ryan Seacrest and Sissany. Your voice is being broadcast on the radio. I need you to know that. And we have your wife, Linda, on the line. Who's Cindy?
That's my sister. Wait, what's going on?
Is that his sister, Linda?
It's his sister. I think it's her birthday, yeah.
It's your sister's birthday, and your birthday was Friday? And your sister's birthday is today?
Yeah.
Well, to both of you, that seems like an odd coincidence. Just to you, Linda, and to Robert, that's a strange coincidence, but...
Babe, why couldn't you spend Friday with me?
Robert, what was Friday? Was it your birthday?
Yeah, but...
You don't know now? You don't know what was Friday?
So it was your birthday, correct?
Yes, but...
Did you go to the office?
Yes, I did.
Okay, and what did you see? What was waiting for you at the office?
I don't get it.
You're lying.
What are you guys talking about?
Really? Really, you went to work. But it's impossible if you went to work that you didn't see. You want to try again? You want to tell the truth this time?
I'm telling you, I went to work. What is there more to say?
Then the balloons. What about the balloons? I decorated your whole cubicle on Friday. Really? For Friday?
Listen, I have to go. I'm not going to do this here. We'll talk about this later.
You don't have to give me an answer.
Did you not go to work? You didn't go to work, clearly, right?
We need to talk, okay?
Well,
Linda,
who were you
We're
with?
not doing this right here.
Who were you with?
I'll talk to you later, all right?
Who were you with on Friday? Where were you on Friday? How come you didn't go to the office on Friday? Hello? Robert? Hello?
He hung up.
So is his sister named Cindy?
Oh, my God. Yeah, it's her birthday. I mean, I forgot about that. I wasn't thinking about her.
All right.
Like, I get it. He's going through a lot of stress. We don't get to spend as much time together anymore. The kids are always in the way.
Yeah, I don't get it, but he didn't go to work, so we got a problem, and he wanted you to think he was going to work. You went in to decorate the stuff. There's a problem here. We know nothing more than we did
I
10
felt
minutes
like
ago.
he was going to tell us something, like something with the boys.
Well,
or,
you
I
hear
don't know.
guilt in his
Yeah.
voice because he quickly wanted to get off the telephone.
Right.
Linda, he's clearly lying. He's clearly lying because he said he can't talk about it now. So you got to find out what this it is. All right?
What I'm going to do. Yeah, thank you, Ryan. I appreciate it.
Hang in
All right.
there.
Good luck, sweetheart.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah, there's just guilt in him saying he was at work and he's
Like
not
he's
at
lying.
work. So
Yeah.
either he was doing something really bad or pursuing something really bad, right?
Yeah.
There's no reason to not show up and then say you showed up other
Yeah.
than that. So you're clearly covering something up. What it is, we don't know. We're no better off than when we read the email, really.